Hello Internet, it's me, Hugh, another Geek Diary for you. I'm in the big white room, which used to be the fan cave. I have now stripped everything out of it and put in a few giant daylight fluorescent light bulbs. And the reason for this is, as I said in a previous video, I'm hoping to do some more acting this year. And in order to do that, I need to audition. And in order to audition, I need to film myself and send that off. And so I thought, what better place to do it than here? And who better to test it out on than you guys? So this is it. This is the setup. I've got to play with the lighting a bit. I got bored of moving lights around. Thought I just wanted to say some stuff to you, so I sort of dived in there. But I've also got a new microphone for the NEX6. So there's a microphone that hooks into the hot shoe there and allows me to, I can put an external mic in, I can use the mic that comes with it. It turns my little tiny NEX camera, which I so love, into a true little documentary camera kit. So I will be using that for Geek vs. Chic and also Upgrade Required. Geek vs. Chic, I've been plowing through tons of footage that we've got and cutting together little pieces. It was originally just to be a sizzle reel so that we could sort of take it out to networks and shamelessly sell ourselves to television. But I also, I talked to Jane about it. I think we're going to put it on YouTube as well, like set up a little channel for it, set it up as an ongoing YouTube thing as well, because I think there will be a nice sort of combination, and if no one wants it for television, well then it'll at least exist and be available online as well. So here's what I want to talk to you about today, having spoken to you about everything else. I was talking to my son the other day. He asks me, are there monsters? Are they real? And I said, being a good parent, I said no, no, they don't exist. Because even if monsters did exist, I wouldn't tell him because I would never sleep ever again. So his next question was, okay, so there's no monsters on Earth. Are there monsters on other planets? And that I had to say yes to, because I truly believe that there is other life out there. And to us, that life probably looks monstrous. Why would it look like us? There's a good chance it will be very different from us, and monstrous and terrifying. So I said, yeah, sure, there's monsters on other planets, I'm sure. He says, how do you know? I say, well, I don't know for sure, but I believe that myself, and the science seems to indicate that there's a lot of planets that are, not too hot, not too cold, that are just right for the existence of water, and thus the existence of life as we know it. He says, just right, like Goldilocks. I tell him he's brilliant, he should be an astronomer, because that's the term they use. They call these things Goldilocks planets, which I love, and I love that a kid discovered that himself and comes up with that concept himself. And it got him very excited. He then wanted to know how they knew that there were planets out there. And I didn't know how to answer that. So I went onto the Google and on the internet, and I went to NASA and I watched a couple of videos. It was fascinating. But basically, here's a sun. If that brightness of that sun dips in some way, when I say sun, I should say star. So there's your star. If that star's brightness dips, it means that something has obscured it in some way. So the assumption being that if it dips a little tiny bit, there's a planet going by it. So that's how Kepler, which is in charge of finding all these things, that's how Kepler sort of focuses in on his own and starts looking for planets, because they see this little dip in the star's brightness, and that's the trigger for looking for planets. So he was fascinated by that. Maybe not as fascinated as I was. It got a little technical, and I'm not entirely the science. I'm still a little shaky on the science unless someone else is writing it for me. So, but that's basically how I explained to my son that monsters were real and he can still sleep at night. So subscribe in the blank nothingness beside me. And until we meet again, cheerio.